All right, so a little bit over 3 months ago, I decided to take on the journey of starting a card business. And I know we're in the biggest bull market, and a lot of people told me I was crazy. Probably true. Probably a little truth behind that, honestly. But I realized today that a lot of these people do not even know the person behind this. And that's what I wanted to get into. One, a little bit about me, but two, why did we name it Jed's Card Shop instead of something pokey related? And then three, where are we going with this? What are we trying to build? So without further ado, let me introduce myself. My name's John. I'm the owner of Jed's Card Shop. We're an online-based hobby and TCG business. And if you like card games, TCG stuff, please consider hitting like and subscribing. We go over a lot of interesting topics around here. First and foremost, I'm a 90s kid. So we grew up when Pokemon came to the market. And I remember playing Pokemon Red, collecting the cards, probably not paying enough attention in school and spending a lot of my time trying to draw Charizard. And to us, it wasn't cardboard. It was something that we generally loved, and everybody was talking about it and playing it, and it was so much fun. Trust me, for those that are new around here, it's nowhere near the business side that you see today. It was interesting watching Pokemon grow up the way I did. And I've enjoyed it for countless years. And I finally decided to stop procrastinating and actually start a business. Now, the one thing you're going to notice in a lot of my intros, and I've had this question actually asked me a few times. My name's John. Why did I choose Jed's? It kind of doesn't fit. That's not a natural nickname for John. I chose the name intentionally for two reasons. One, let's get into a funny story. So I spend a lot of time, I like Whatnot, I like live streams, I like to interact with people. I legitimately enjoy people. And when I'd get on these live streams, my username was always J Edwards. And I swear to God, nobody could say that right. No one ever got it right. So when I would go on to these streams, they'd always like, oh, Jed's here, or Jed's in the building, or Jed Words. And it's funny, it became kind of a joke to me and my wife, because she had sat there beside me and she's like, are they calling you Jed? I was like, well, they're not intentionally doing it, but yeah. And I told her, I said, you know what? Whenever I finally get the courage to start a card shop, I'm going to name it Jed's. And that's where the name came from. But the second point behind it, and the reason I stuck with it intentionally, is because I love Pokemon dearly. If you look around the room, you can see the cards, the paintings. I legitimately enjoy Pokemon. I also enjoy a lot of other card games and a lot of other hobbies. So I never wanted to just be stuck in one pillar, because I didn't want to name it like Poke Center or Jed's Pokestop or something with Poke or Pokemon in it. I wanted to kind of veer away from that if I ever wanted to expand and really grow. Because even though Pokemon is what got me collecting originally, I always dreamed of being bigger. Now, with that being said, because there is one mission that I've been on since the beginning, I wanted to build a place for TCG fans. And that includes Pokemon, Cookie Run, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, and whatever new exciting game comes next. I want to experience it. And I want to share it with others. Because like Pokemon in the 90s, at the end of the day, wasn't just being in love with the IP. What I really fell in love with was the community factor. The laughing, the joking, the excitement over opening these cards, the trading. Man, we never cared about the investment and stuff. And it was so much fun. That's what my nostalgia was. I just enjoyed seeing the joy on people's face. And that's why we're building this. I'm gonna be 100% transparent here. Building a card shop from scratch is a lot harder than I ever thought it would be. Just to name a few things, finding inventory was a nightmare. Between trying to track down Japanese suppliers, Chinese suppliers, trying to get distro to even give you a look. And then on top of that, you're competing with several thousand people, some big companies, small companies, everybody's a seller. And then trying to earn people's trust, that's a whole different other ballgame because I'm having to do it not from an in-person meeting, but behind a camera. And unfortunately, if you've seen my other YouTube videos, you probably have come to realize I'm not the best behind a camera. I'm a people's person. I like to build off of people's excitement and reactions. And this is the part that nobody gets to see. Nobody really gets to see the actual struggle on this, trying to come up with video topics, trying to record these, spending countless hours of, well, I'll put it to you this way. I've probably spent, to make this 10, 11 minute video, maybe less, maybe more, I probably spent an hour to 2 hours just trying to record it right. I am a little bit of a perfectionist, unfortunately, so anytime I do make even the slightest mistakes, it throws me off. But it's something I'm learning through. And it's actually something that I feel like I'm getting better at. It's okay if you don't want to comment on that or give me any feedback on that, because let me at least believe a lie. But I've decided that I wanted to document this whole journey. And I'm trying to bring the wins and the mistakes up. I talk about the struggles because building a cards shop online takes a strong and mental toll. So I want to talk about everything, but also I wanted to have a documented journey so years from now, I can look back and say, that's where we started. That's the history. So my name's John, and I am the owner of Jed's Card Shop. And we're building something bigger than just selling cards here. So if you want to follow along the journey, once again, please consider liking and subscribing. If you want to be part of building this, please consider going to my website. Every sale helps get this thing one step further. But until our next video, goodbye.